the garden went a little haywire. This is just unbelievable. I'm speechless. Rob and I snuck off to Beaune in Burgundy, France.
We both enjoyed a nice cappuccino and shared a savory dish to start. We wanted to make our way into the center of town to check out the weekly market that's held on Saturdays.
Rob has been wanting to go to this wine store to check out some different wines of the area and try some things before he buys. Hi everybody, I hope that you're well. We just wanted to pop in real quick before this video starts. I'm nearly through editing this video. I started a couple of weeks and I unfortunately caught COVID right in the middle of it. So it has been delayed for a little bit. I have been trying to catch up and get back to speed on everything. Rob and Robbie did not get COVID. I went and isolated and luckily they were able to avoid it. But it's just taken a minute for me to get back to everything and to try to get back on schedule with our videos and resume where we left off. We hope you enjoy this episode and we promise to get back into everything now. Say bye. Good morning. It's the weekend. And Rob and I are gonna go grab a couple groceries real quick and some coffee with Robbie. Hi Robbie, are you sleepy now? Are you sleepy, baby? Hi. What are you doing, Cindy?
Sleep has been very disrupted these last few days, so we started our Saturday early and grabbed a much needed cup of coffee and a quick breakfast before heading to the grocery store. We've never been big breakfast people, so a good coffee will usually hold us over until lunchtime. We typically spend under €6 for breakfast for the two of us. That includes coffee and a pastry each. Such a huge difference compared to Los Angeles prices.
It's just a quick little walk away from the bar. That's actually owned by the same grocery store, so it's pretty good. And it's easy and quick, and we can just walk over to the supermarket and get everything done for this morning. We had a super rough night last night. Robbie would not stay asleep, and we tried everything from feeding him, changing his diaper, and I just think honestly he's teething right now and it's just a very, very difficult time. Rob and Robbie are still sound asleep and they're getting their rest finally. The silver lining is our gardener is here this morning to start working on the garden again. I'm gonna show you the garden and don't be shocked because we have not spent any time or energy since the last time he was here last summer. When Rooney passed away, we had no need to keep on maintaining that patch of garden where he would go to the bathroom and be outside and stuff, and we just kind of let it go crazy because we had so much on our plate. I was about to have the baby and my mom was here and Rob's mom was here and I was back at work and we had lots of things going on all at the same time. That's all to say that the garden went a little haywire and it's grown with all of the sun and the rain that it had in like May, June. It stalled in the past, I'd say month and a half. A lot of things have died because of the August sun, thankfully. So hopefully it will be a much easier and smoother process for Roland to just clear this out. And then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do with all the new plants, where we're gonna place things, and how we're gonna like fix and design the hardscaping features that are kind of like a little bit falling apart. We're gonna clean up everything and make it look finally presentable. Oh my goodness.
The weeds and plants have completely taken over the garden, yet again. You'll even notice that they're working their way into our trash pile. Seeing it in such messy and unkempt conditions day in and day out didn't make us feel great, especially with all the hard work that had already gone into cleaning it up. We really didn't want to face it or spend even more money and time on it, but we needed to clear it out and get things looking presentable. Our trusted gardener, Roland, was kind enough to take on the work and clear everything out. We spoke about working on the privacy hedges that border our external wall, so we don't have anyone looking into our garden from the outside. I originally thought about ripping out all the current hedges and replacing them with a different variety, but after speaking with Roland, it became extremely clear that it would be an enormous expense and a bigger project than we wanted to take on at this time. He explained to us that our current hedges are made up of very mature plants and trees, at least 35 years old. This means that they have deep roots, and in order to ensure that they won't regrow after cutting them down, we'll have to go over them with a special machine to rip out all the roots. As you can imagine, this would be a very labor-intensive job, to say the least. Once they would be ripped out, we would have to replant with plants that are about 1.5 meters or higher, meaning mature plants, meaning more money. Given that the hedges follow along 50% of the perimeter of the entire property, we would be spending thousands upon thousands on new plants that need a couple of years of growth in order to give a decent amount of privacy. Right now, we're trying to clear out everything and reassess the garden.
I just came outside to see the progress that Roland has made. He just left for lunch right now, so he left at 12 o'clock. He got here at 8 to start working, and it's just unbelievable the progress that he's able to make. I would never, ever be able to do this kind of work that fast. I mean, if I had tried to do this myself, I think I probably would have taken all week, to be honest. This is just unbelievable. I'm speechless. Take a look. It's just, I mean, unbelievable. He's gonna have somebody come and help him when he comes back from lunch to load up all this trash and greenery, and he's gonna take it away. And then hopefully he's gonna make it all the way to this side today and back here. So we'll see if they're able to make progress and get up to this section of the garden. This isn't so bad because the sun doesn't hit as much. It tends to be much more shaded. So the greenery that has grown here from the forest, and you can see we're right up against the forest line on these two sides here. So anything that's like populating naturally in the forest will jump over the fence because we have lots of birds that are dropping seeds. For the most part, it's been controlled in this area because of the lack of sun that it gets throughout the day. It only, right now is the only time pretty much that it gets sun. So it's controlled it, thankfully. But I mean, this thing here didn't exist at all before, and now it just grew, it blew up. We'll be removing all this trash very soon. Hopefully we will get it out of the way and we don't have to stare at it all the time. And then you'll see we also have in this area right here, we have materials that we had ordered. It was flooring for the upstairs closet and for Robbie's bathroom. So hopefully that will get put in its place and we won't have any of this anymore.
What an incredible difference. Now that we've started clearing everything out, we can see what we'd like to do with this section of the garden.
This pear tree has been here forever, but look at how mangly it is because it was cut on this side here and it just looks really sad, and it has that growth that's growing out there, but doesn't really produce any fruit, and I don't see any reason to keeping it anymore. And same with those guys there, you'll see. They're just like little stumps. So we'll cut all this stuff down and then decide exactly what we're gonna do, and if we're gonna be planting grass in this area, I think, and maybe like a nice tree. We'll see.
On a spur-of-the-moment decision, we decided to pack up the car and head to Beaune for a quick getaway.
Good morning. So Rob and I snuck off to Beaune in Burgundy, France. He had decided a couple nights ago to book a hotel so that we could get away and have a change of scenery and have a little bit of relax time because it's been nonstop. And Robbie has been getting his bottom teeth. They're almost in and you can see them. They haven't quite poked through, but they're nearly there. We haven't slept for the past week and a half. We needed to recharge our battery and just kind of chill. And so we made sure that we got a hotel with a pool, and our main focus for the next few days is just to go ahead and relax. This morning, we're gonna take you along with us. We're gonna have brunch at one of our favorite restaurants here in Burgundy that has incredible food. Then we're gonna be going to a market that's in the city and take you along with us and see what they have here that's different from Italy. Did you have this bed all to yourself? Were you sleeping here? Did you have a nice time? In all honesty, we thought that we were going to sleep in this morning because we had a really long drive and it was about 8.5 hours total. Robbie, God bless you. We had planned to leave super early in the morning so that Robbie could sleep on the way, and he was able to do that. And then we stopped, made sure he ate, all that good stuff, and he slept probably like 80%. And he's just, fussy because those teeth are coming in and he just wants to chew everything, and including me and my hands. We're gonna go and enjoy breakfast now and see how that is.
Brunch was quite the treat. Breakfast isn't much of anything in Italy, just a simple cornetto and a coffee, something to keep you going for the day. It's hard to find any American or English style breakfast spots unless you're in a large city. The same unfortunately goes for any kind of international food in Italy. That means that when we crave pancakes or eggs Benedict, it has to be homemade, but not today.
What we're gonna have to eat today.
We both enjoyed a nice cappuccino and shared a savory dish to start, eggs Benedict.
We devoured those eggs Benedict. Holy cow. Those look so nice.
After having such a wonderful brunch, we wanted to make our way into the center of town to check out the weekly market that's held on Saturdays. The center of Beaune has lots of shops and restaurants that line the main streets. We tried this spot later on our trip and it was delicious. Beaune is a large city in the region of Burgundy, which is world famous for its delicious wine. Honestly, we couldn't believe how many people there were here. There was a bit of everyone, locals, visitors, and large tour groups. This rotisserie spot had lots of delicious ready-to-eat food, but we were just getting started, so I didn't want to commit. This is one of the best weekly markets we've come across in our travels. There's an enormous variety of products and an abundance of fresh produce. The way they display the fresh produce is a feast for the eyes. Even the little ones see the lettuce and want to touch them.
They have the toroncino.
You could go in front of me because
Toroncino is Italian for nougat, which is a soft meringue with nuts or fruit. It's a sweet candy that is very popular around Christmas time. In Italy, we have different garlic varieties, but we never have been to a market that has them all on display, ready for us to buy. This spot had everything truffle, oil, condiments, including fresh truffles themselves. Rob was pretty tempted to bring some home.
14 year and
Hello?
27. That's a nice dinner.
I headed to the indoor market. The indoor market had loads of gastronomic stalls, including prepared food, specialty cheese, cured meats, and a special breed of chicken called Bres that comes from this region. We were pleasantly surprised at how diverse the visitors are here. They seem to come from all over the world. With so many beautiful produce options and ingredients, it was a pity that we didn't have a small kitchen. We couldn't do much with the raw ingredients, so we bought some deliciously fragrant strawberries and figs, and I couldn't help but grab some pastries. The market was absolutely amazing. I'd love to come back and visit this market again next year.
Ciao.
Good morning. We are in Burgundy and we're on day 2, our full day 2. We're gonna go for a walk, explore a little bit in the town, go to a wine store, and then when we get back, we're gonna try the pool for the first time. So it's a big day for all of us. Rob has been wanting to go to this wine store to check out some different wines of the area and try some things before he buys. And he heard rave reviews about this place. So let's see what it's all about and check it out.
We headed inside and learned that the winery is a cooperative of farmers in the surrounding area that contribute their grapes to make all the different wines. The wine shop itself was lovely. They had everything here: red, white, rose, sparkling. And we noticed that the people are buying in large amounts, by the cases and wheeling them off to the car, and I'm sure to be stored in their cellar.
The sparkling rosé.
After taking a look around, Rob wanted to try a few. The staff was helpful and knowledgeable about the different wines, and were more than happy to help and share that information. We found out a lot of these bottles should be aged for multiple years, which we think is reflected in the prices.
Baby. Those are for big parties.
It was really fun to see all the different formats, as large as 15 liters. I'm sure I was much more excited about this pool day than Robbie was.
Are you ready to go swimming? Are you ready? Yeah.
I got Robbie this little blow-up seat for the pool. We'll see if he even likes being in the pool. I'm hoping that he will. It's his first time, and when we stuck his feet in the sea, I think it was like a couple of months ago, he just screamed because it was pretty cold, but even though it was hot outside. So we'll see how he takes to the water, if he takes to the water, and we'll get him all geared up, huh? Yeah, let's go. Hey, baby.
We took it nice and slow, and we managed to get some kicks and a few flashes of smiles for his first pool experience. That was an all-around win for us.
What is it?
He was kicking when he first got in.
Oh, is that fun? Yeah! What a big boy! Oh. He's kicking. Look at him.
Tune in next week for part 2 and to see the complete garden transformation. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to follow us along this wild Italian journey.